I know you haven't wanted to talk about this for a while because you were concentrating on the season. Now that the season is over, is this a tough day for you, leaving the Giants without a contract? Do you think you'll be back? Do you want to be back? Could you use a fresh start? What are your thoughts right now?
No, I mean, I wouldn't call it a tough day. I'm definitely season's ending. Obviously, we wish that we were still going. And clean out lockers isn't really fun. But saying goodbyes and hanging with the guys a little bit more, it's been fun. So, I mean, all that stuff is, again, I'm gonna always say it's out of my control, and well, kind of is in my control, but that everything will come with time. So, nothing, no hard decisions right now. Just kind of just going with the flow.
Thanks.
You look at the possibility of free agency. Like, what's your approach to it?
And that's weird because I literally have no idea what to expect, or I don't even really know the process. My agents, we've kind of talked some things about what's to come and conversations that we'll start having, but we'll see what happens.
And he asked you before, I mean, would you like to return? I mean, how are you going to balance that? Obviously, what the team is willing to offer, the new GM, these are all factors that factor into it. Yeah, I mean,
I'll be blessed to be back in the Giants uniform, 100%. But there's a lot of things that need to get figured out, and the conversations that need to be started and talked about, and whatever happens.
Bye, Trina.
Hey, Evan, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I know you're not one to make excuses, but when you look back over your career here at the Giants, you had, I think, something like 4 different offensive play callers. You had a couple of different coaches at your position. How difficult was that for you in retrospect as far as your development with being pulled in so many different directions?
It was just adjustments for me. Just definitely, it'd be nice to stay in one offense and not have to go through that. That makes things difficult having 4 play callers and things like that. But it was just an adjustment for me and something that I took head on. And like you said, there's no excuses. I'll never blame anything on that. We still were on the field. Plays are called, and that ball was still in the air. That ball was still on the ground. So we still had to go out there and execute no matter what. But it was just more of an adjustment. I wouldn't say it was difficult.
Thank you.
Kim Jones.
Hey, Evan, it's Kim. How are you?
I'm doing well, Kim. Good to see you.
Evan, I still remember standing in that locker room with you, and Odell was on his scooter then, and you had made, I think, a one-handed catch, maybe against the Raiders.
Yeah.
And Odell walked by you and put his left hand in the air because you made that catch, I think, one-handed. I think it was left-handed. Do you remember that at all?
Yeah, no, I remember that play. Yeah, it was in Oakland. Yeah, it was a nice play.
Yeah, and, back then it seemed like hope was eternal, that anything was possible. And while I hope I'm not saying goodbye to you as a Giant because I enjoy you so much, I guess I wonder, what lessons you've learned in what has at times been a difficult stretch with the New York Giants, both because the team's not winning and, frankly, there were times you were a lightning rod for so much of that criticism.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I can take away from the 5 years that I've been in the league is knowing that I'm more than just a football player. My entire career, from high school to college, I poured everything into the game, and there was a time where everything about me was football, and that's kind of all that I had and all that I thought about and all that I did. So. Obviously, I'm obsessed with my craft and obsessed with playing this game. But I learned that, you can't put all my eggs in one basket, especially in situations where, you're not having as much success and you're not doing the things that you expect to do. And sometimes you can get caught up in that and look down on yourself. So I learned that. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I've learned throughout my time here. And obviously, I learned a lot from former teammates and the great guys that I played with as well.
Thank you so much, Evan. I hope one way or another we stay in touch. Thank you.
Kim, me too. Thank you.
We'll take one more for Ryan down, maybe.
Evan, I'm just curious. Every one of your seasons has ended this way team-wise. So if you compared the feeling today to 2018 or 2019 or 2017? Are you more confident in the direction the Giants are headed today than usual on Baggy Day, or less confident, or the same? Like, how does this end of season compare to the other ones you've been through?
It's kind of hard to really compare. I mean, I can't really find little details to relate. It's just unfortunate, and like I said earlier, I wish we had another game, a big game coming up this week. But I definitely believe that things here are heading in the right direction. I know it was tough this season, and I know we didn't play to our expectations. We didn't win like we expected to, but I think there's things that we can all look at, and this team can look at, and know that, look ourselves in the mirror, like we have to be better here, and we have to be better here. And there's things that can be fixed, and I hope that will be. So it's nothing that I can relate to. Obviously, it sucks our season's ending right now, but I do feel we're heading in the right direction.